Thank you for joining me on this channel, Redeeming Thunder. I'm here to give you a wonderful prophetic word. As you can see, I'm wearing my newest hot off the hook. That's what we call it, us crocheters. I'm wearing my newest Shoshana, and I added a little turtleneck. As I was speaking about Deborah's on the rise, and so the Proverbs 31 wife, and how one of the categories is how she makes her own clothes. Well, I had been on this journey of crocheting and on a healing journey. That's how it all started, and I started crocheting, and then it just evolved into making ponchos and beanies, scarves, and I make purses, and I also make these Shoshanas and tunics. So I have called the ponchos with hoods, I call them gatekeepers, and the ones with long sleeves, and they're just a turtleneck with a turtleneck, I call those watchmen. So I just wanted to share my latest finished piece. It's made with velvet yarn, and it's made as a mantle of covering, and usually I pray over them and I anoint them. So it's something that Yahusha gave me as one of my assignments to work on. And jumping into this dream I received on 8/11/2024, 8/12/2024. There's two dreams that I'm going to share back to back. Very short dreams, but significant. I dreamed that I was walking towards this house, and I was quite a ways away, probably 3 blocks away, maybe more. And when I was walking, I noticed that others were walking with me, but they were not regular people. They looked like witches, and they looked like, sometimes they looked a little bit possessed, I'm not gonna lie. And there was one individual that walked right behind me, and he was making all kinds of grumbling noises. That's why I looked back, and he seemed kind of angry, and he was holding a knife, and it had some BLOOD on it, and that startled me. I was like, what in the world? And he was just saying something about how he was like a murderer. And so then he walked right past me, and he was like on a mission. And so all of these witches, they were wearing black cloaks and stuff. They were all grumbling, and like they also had an assignment, okay? And they were walking, we were all just walking, and I was just like, kind of, in the dream, I was pregnant, okay? So I wanted to protect my baby, and so I was walking towards this house, and I felt like I don't want to walk next to these people. They weren't looking at me, they weren't attacking me, they weren't even really acknowledging me. They were like on their own mission, okay? And somebody was saying, come on, it's this way. And so I grabbed my purse, and I took out my phone, and I was trying to text my husband and say, can you please pick me up? I need you to pick me up. And then I kept texting, and I was texting with all these typos because I was trying to text really quick, and I didn't want people I didn't want them to be able to notice that I was trying to call for help, because I didn't know if that was going to set them off. And so I finally managed, after getting into the second block, I finally managed to text correctly. And then I was waiting, and about a few minutes later, he texted back and said, yes, I can pick you up. And so I told him approximately where I was, and I had to walk, yet another half block, and these were still there. But again, they weren't doing anything to me. All right, so then I get almost to the house. I'm like half a block away, and that's when I see my husband. And because he was walking already, meeting me. Okay? And then he saw me, and suddenly when he saw me, and then when they saw that, when all that group saw him, they like slowed it down. And I kind of walked a little quicker and then made it to hug him. He's a lot taller than me, so he's a lot bigger than me. Big man. So then I felt safe. And he was smiling and he was looking at everybody that was behind me, and now they were a few yards away. They just kind of stopped and they didn't continue walking. So I was relieved. Okay? And then I woke up. Okay, the next dream. Right after that one. I was at a gas station, and there was light at the gas station, and I was filling up my car that was silver color. And so I saw, as I was filling up, I saw this creepy man coming out of the bush, dark bush, and it was nighttime. And he walked over like he was crossing over to make it to the bus stop. There was a bus stop at near the convenience store and gas station. And when I looked ahead, I saw what looked like witches. They looked creepy in their face, like they were transforming. Okay? And then they were wearing all black, and they were quiet, but they were just not looking at me. I noticed that again. And some of them were standing already at the bus stop. So I wanted to get something at the store, so I was going to risk it and walk to the store. And then I didn't go in the store because I just felt like, man, they're just kind of all just standing around, and it just, like, this is not my environment. This is not, I don't want to be, in this uncomfortable. You could feel like a presence. It felt eerie. Okay. And then I started walking over, and I thought it was a witch, but really it was somebody was dressed like a cross-dresser. And then I didn't stand with them because I looked and I remembered that I brought a vehicle, my own, and I started walking towards my vehicle, and that's when I noticed it was silver. So I was very concerned about these dreams, thinking, what in the world, that's creepy. And then Yahusha told me to bow down, and he would tell me what this is about. And he said, did you notice that they didn't do anything to you? Did you notice? You were around the darkness, but they didn't touch you. They couldn't. You were protected. They couldn't even make eye contact with you. And I said, oh yeah, I did notice that. And so, dark times are going to come. I'm getting a lot of prophetic word regarding darkness. When Yahusha strikes. But I noticed that no one attacked me. And so I felt like, he's like, even that Psalms 91, proclaim that over your life. Arrows by day, and talking about evil spirits lurking in the darkness, but they will not come nigh thee. And I needed that. I needed to know that, because I know that there is a lot of witchcraft there's a lot of attacks for those who give prophetic word and who are intercessory prayer warriors. Okay, so pray for me, but also know that this same divine protection can cover you, and you should not fear. Even in the dark, you should not fear, because they can't even look at you. When you're carrying his light, they can't even look at you, and they can't even be near you. They have to obey Yahusha Almighty. I hope this brought you some relief and some divine intervention. Shalom.